What is memory? And where is history? It's just down this hallway. There's a special meeting place waiting for you to make your entrance. Through the side door, you'll discover Saturday nights and the Stanley Cup and a fable agreed upon. Studio 32, now the home of Hockey Night in Canada. You remember. We're about to launch our 70th year. But history isn't about what happened 70 years ago or even 7,000 years ago. History's the story of what happened, and stories change depending on circumstances or sightlines. 70th year. But history isn't about what happened 70 years ago or even 7,000 years ago. History's the story of what happened, and stories change depending on circumstances or sightlines. We were lucky. We had a superhero in a phone booth named Foster Hewitt.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans of the United States and Newfoundland.
That is how we launched on radio. And then a magical thing occurred in 1952 when Hockey Night in Canada came to the brand new stage called television. It became the longest running TV program in history. And we're proud of that fact, and it's very cool. However, 1952 marks the start of an even more impressive run. 1952 is the year Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II acceded to the throne. She was 25, and even then, she knew how to make an entrance. She is the longest ruling monarch in British history. The art of making an entrance. In show business, the notion of the spectacle, we borrow the pomp and the circumstance of the royals. The Queen always knew how to be a great beginning. On Canada Day, Parliament Hill in Ottawa, or over in London, 2012 for the Olympics with James Bond. And of course, for a ceremonial face-off, as we witnessed in Vancouver. And the face-off was spot on. And how many have learned from the monarchy this idea? You enter big, you leave no doubt. Here's a king for you. Every year of his career. That's all right, mama. That's all right for you. Just any way you do. Elvis Presley created with that the greatest walk-on in the world. Or was the greatest walk-on when he was king, Muhammad Ali. You wouldn't be wrong. Incredible. I done tussled with a whale. I handcuffed lightning. I throwed thunder in jail. He is the world's first rapper. Here's another king, Billie Jean King. The battle of the sexes, the most important person in the world in the fight for gender equity. Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean. Love 15, love 30, love 40. Love equality. And this whole idea of making a great entrance has become a global phenomenon. The celebration of their Maori culture, the New Zealand All Blacks, and the Ferns. For us, 15,000 kilometers to the north, Montreal.
Price, your team captain, Nick Suzuki.
Amazing. Got us all fired up. That was Wednesday. This is Saturday. About damn time to celebrate Queen Lizobeth. Lizzo, let's go.
Navy blue. So then you went to royal blue, and then you were CBC, right?
Yes.
Now this year you've gone to sort of a dark black with nothing.
Well, it's navy blue, but...
But nothing.
Oh, that's right.
You're nothing.
No crests.
Nothing.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, Canada and hockey fans in the United States. Welcome to Hockey Night.
Hockey Night. Hockey Night in Canada.
Growing up watching Hockey Night in Canada.
It's special in this country.
The tradition that it brings.
It brings back those memories of watching your idols go and play.
Those guys we were trying to be growing up, and we wanted to be like them.
Everybody back up in the building. It's been a minute, tell me how you're feeling. Cause I'm about to get into my feelings. How you feeling? How you feel right now?
Favorite player growing up was Pavel Datsyuk.
Moves in and shoots. He scores!
Every time you touched the puck, it felt like there was something special about to happen.
I always used to love watching Mike Modano skate with the puck, seeing the jersey kind of flapping in the wind.
Scores! Wow, baby!
Turn up the music. Turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright. Okay. Alright. It's about that time.
It's gonna sound like I'm trying to get some extra power play time, but Marty was always my favorite player growing up.
Sidney Crosby.
There's the zone with speed all the way to the net, and he scores!
I actually still have his jersey framed in my living room.
In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my ballistic. Trying to bring out the fat beard lust.
My first NHL game. I took the first face off actually with the Sedin twins. Cool surreal moment I'll never forget.
First game, first face-off against Stamkos. I was like, oh, this is pretty sick.
My first shift, I had Patrick Kane on my right. Across from me was Alex Ovechkin. Pretty star-studded first shift.
Turn up the music. Turn down the lights. I got a feeling I'm gonna be alright.
Saturday night games are the best.
Still got that butterfly feeling.
It's about that time.
We're so excited. The energy's in the building.
He's in! Look at that! Are you watching this?
All your nerves and excitement come out.
Scores! Did you see that?
'70th year. But history isn't about what happened 70 years ago or even 7,000 years ago. History's the story of what happened, and stories change depending on circumstances or sightlines. We were lucky.
This is Coach's Corner. Yes. Coach of the Year in the American Hockey League. Coach of the Year in the National Hockey League. Weatherman from Red Deer. Thank you very much.
No
Good.
scores
A
a
little
goal.
levity, is that it?
That's it, exactly.
All right, the game last night. I'll start carrying it from now on,
Thanks.
okay? Stevie Yzerman cheap shot it. Have you? I haven't. I've never seen anybody spear him, knock him down, punch him in the face, and I wonder
Cut
why.
down when he hurt his knee. He slid
Well,
into
he
the post.
slid into a post, dummy. Don't be stupid. Anyhow, have you ever seen him cheap shot it? You never will. You know why? Because Bobby Probert's there, number 24. He will never be cheap shotted because he's got a policeman. And I guarantee you, if Pittsburgh had Bobby Probert, Mario would not have the injuries he's got.
All right, it's rude to point.
Well, all right, so I am pointing. You
Not to
interrupt,
mention
and it's
calling me a
also
dummy.
rude. It's also rude to interrupt.
Okay.
Nothing, no hitting. Then you go down and you watch Pittsburgh and Canadians. Wango. That's hockey. There's no hitting. If a guy can't score, then they bring up guys that are supposed to be tough, and they bring guys tough and they lay on the ice and they don't fight. They don't do anything. I mean, hit or fight or do something. Hockey without violence is like a silver ballet.
Who are you picking?
I'm not picking. Let the best team win. Why keep score? Wendell Clark is a better hockey player with half a back than most guys is with fullback.
Most guys are. Wendell Clark is a big goal for Wendell. Clearly, he's still bothered by this.
Literary giant here. Literary giant.
Important. You're setting an example to many young Canadians, and I think.
Yeah, well, I'm rich. I'm richer than you, and you can speak, right? So don't start telling me how to speak. I can count. So go ahead.
It's a decal, Don, and I thought you'd like it.
A decal? I thought it was a decal. This is me talking, not Hockey Night in Canada.
Right.
This is not CBC. This is not you with your rule book. Why don't we go before the game? I'll tell you. Why don't we have 10 power plays for Buffalo and 10 power plays for Montreal, and we'll get it over with. At least they used to let us have hockey for the first round all the time. And then they'd have 20-minute penalties. I remember Andy last year in Chicago.
He was letting them play, though.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he must have got the word down. Hey, you're not calling penalties. I mean, let them play the game.
Right, I think I understand you on that. Another
Thanks.
strip off the stripes, but you say that all the time. What can
No,
Buffalo
I
do to
don't
regroup?
say it all the time.
Yes, you do.
I put up with it all season, sitting here watching power play after power play. I thought, well, finally we're going into the playoffs. We're going to see some hockey. Come on, we're going to see some hockey. I guarantee you, the second and third period, those penalties aren't called.
Montreal.
Now let's see some hockey.
Oh, go ahead. Feel
We've
free.
been told not to be stupid here, and you're acting stupid.
All right.
Okay, here's this punchy. All right, now just
Go
let
ahead.
me. Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Just one out.
Want it and more. Yeah. It's the old story. Whoever wants it gets it. You turncoats, you hypocrites. There's one thing I'm not is a hypocrite. You guys, you were fighters, and now you don't want guys that make the same living you did.
They had no goals.
But quite a few assists.
11. They had 11 assists.
Who's counting?
I knew this guy would say that. 11 assists. 11 assists, and they took back their $6 million.
I have the microphone over here. Not to gamble with Slat's machine, according to Don Cherry in this installment of the Coach's Corner.
We're up 3-1, and they lost again.
Did lose their number one goalie.
And the other guy played pretty good, too. Doesn't matter.
Well, I know.
I'm just telling you, coaches out there, don't run up scores on team. It's not the Canadian way. And it's a funny thing. When you see Oshawa, they fight back. And, I remember the 15th goal, they were giving it this one and laughing on our benches like that. It always comes back to haunt you. And all you do, coaches out there, you make bitter enemies like I'm bitter right now. I can hardly wait till next year. Play it smart. That's why the Boston Bruins had 11, 20, over 20 goal scores, because when we get up a big score, the third and fourth line always played. Don't be, I'd like to say something right now. Don't run up scores and be a jerk. Can I ask you a personal favor?
Certainly.
Yes. The next time we do Coach's Corner, before you, would you not eat a Caesar salad or something like that?
Oh, that was pesto with
whatever the hell it was. Don't do it
turnips,
again.
If I'm not mistaken. Thanks for your culinary expertise and everything else. GM's had a tough time with realignment. You know why?
Why?
Because even mechanics will tell you it's tough to realign with the big wheels.
I don't get
Don
that.
Cherry in the Coach's Corner on Molson Hockey Night in Canada.
I want to say right off the bat, Steve Smith's lovely mother from Cobourg, Ontario, fell down the stairs today and broke her arm. That is God love her. We hope you get better. It's the same old story. Even these guys gone, it's ego. And I don't care what happens in the rest of their life. These guys will be known that they coached in the National Hockey League. It's something like you. When you go back in a couple of years to Red River, you can always know that you were on Coach's Corner at one time.
You people love you that come here, whatever it is. You love our way of life. You love our milk and honey. At least you could pay a couple of bucks for poppies or something like that. And I went from there, and I haven't changed, and I'm not changing now, and that's a little treat for you fellas. Is that ridiculous? I'll tell you one thing there. You people that are against fighting, you should be ashamed of yourself. You people out there, if you're listening and you're doing it, and you should get involved in this too. Birdman, remember now how many times I know you people on this thing said, and there's Yager saluting. You people will get upset at that, and maybe somebody will say you shouldn't do this. You know what? It's wonderful. Now, I'm not putting anybody down. All you people out there that you had, watching the parade and you're watching the thing like that, you're putting the flowers down, that's terrific. So you people should get involved. I'm going to be involved. Helmets, the hard hats, the greatest people in the world next to our troops. So come on, get involved in this. It's the Canadian way. these guys paid the biggest price. Anyhow, I'm going to run it again for you great people and good Canadians that bought a poppy. I'm still going to run it anyhow.
Love this work.